Sprinkles if you got them. Jack's Donuts. Find a location near you. Now.
This is the Frells family's land. When the sun comes out, the kids run and play right there. This used to be a shed. Now, it's where they get breakfast. This is more than just land. It's home. The Frells family runs with us on a John Deere 1 Series tractor. His land isn't the only thing that should live on for generations. Nothing runs like a Deere. Search John Deere 1 Series for more.
Visit Reynolds Farm Equipment, your hometown John Deere dealer today at reynoldsfarmequipment.com.
You're good at making big announcements.
We're having a go!
We're good at your insurance.
Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, online, over the phone, or in person, and stop knocking on wood.
From warehousing to transportation and everything in between, Piper Logistics does it all. Centrally located, Piper Logistics has 2 warehouses in Indianapolis and a warehouse in Cincinnati, Ohio. Piper Logistics houses over 1 million square feet. Along with our transportation department, we can provide service to half the United States markets.
Craving comfort fresh food made from scratch daily? Check out Aspen Creek Grill. Located across from Hamilton Town Center and beside the Holiday Inn, we offer family farm-raised premium Black Agnes steaks hand-cut daily, creamy pastas, salmon chicken, and fall-off-the-bone ribs. Start with our famous powwow shrimp appetizer and don't miss our refreshing drinks. Family-friendly or a great night out with friends. Aspen Creek Grill. Aspen Creek Grill, Noblesville. Call 317-559-3300.
Burtner Electric Incorporated has been proudly serving our residential and commercial customers with quality electrical repair for over 33 years. We are fully licensed and insured in electrical wiring and electrician service packages. You'll receive a competitive assessment whether you're a homeowner or a business owner, first-time or long-time customer. We offer free estimates for any new project. Call our licensed and experienced electricians today.
All I ever wanted was to feel loved. He said he loved me. My friends told me it wasn't a big deal. They thought he was so cool. But they didn't know what he wanted me to do.
All I ever wanted was to feel loved. You have no idea the kind of pressure I felt to take things to the next level. Things were moving so fast. I was basically the only person in the freshman class who hadn't done it yet. So, we did.
I loved him.
I thought she loved me.
My health class had CPR at school. I stayed after class to talk with the instructor about it. They showed me that it didn't have to be that way.
They showed me that I get to make my own choices.
There is another way.
That's the best thing CPR gives you. Another way. A better way.
A healthy way. Sometimes you don't see it because you're in your own world, but they don't make you feel bad. They talk to you like a real person, and they save kids from really unhealthy decisions. They tell the truth, and they know what they're talking about. So yeah, my life was different. I started to choose the better way.
I honestly don't know where I'd be or what I'd be doing had it not been for CPR.
You want a career that creates experiences that are impossible to forget. By studying sports and events at IUPUI, you'll get hands-on experience in and out of the classroom. And with Indy as your classroom, there are high-profile events, sports franchises, hotels, museums, and large organizations across the city to engage, educate, and enlighten your student journey before you graduate. There isn't a better city than Indianapolis to get the experience you need to prepare you to handle any event, big or small. It all starts here.
High school sports fans, welcome back to Game Time. To pure spirits, to pure sport. Welcome back to high school sports.
Fans, I'm IHSAA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and I just want to say, welcome back.
This is Game Time. This is Indiana high school sports. This is your IHSAA.
You want a career that will transform your life while you change the lives of others by helping them live well. With a health or exercise sciences degree from IUPUI School of Health and Human Sciences, you will gain an in-depth understanding of the healthcare industry while preparing you for a variety of graduate and professional programs in health. And with Indy as your classroom, you will have clinical options within leading hospitals right in our backyard, as well as a degree from Indiana University, reputable leaders in the healthcare industry. It all starts here.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
After the Marine Corps, I was diagnosed with PTSD and became homeless for 15 years. Like a hermit living on the street, I just existed. I came to Wheeler Mission. Wheeler operates on a culture of kindness. Going through their programs reminded me that my meaning in life is to serve God. God set me free from anxiety and depression. Before Wheeler, I just existed, but today I live.
Sprinkles if you got them. Jack's Donuts, find a location near you, now.
Hey conductor, how about something new? You played this last year.
Come on, get your head out of your sacks. We're trying to hear.
Well, I'm sick and tired of hearing your kid play the wrong notes.
Where's my kid solo?
At least you can see your kid. Why is my kid stuck way in the back?
The conductor only plays his favorites.
My kid heard that solo!
You see my kid?
And a pleasant good evening, everyone. Welcome to Heritage Christian High School as we get set for the final games down the stretch here in this volleyball high school season. The tournament draws coming up in just a couple of days. The tournament will actually begin on October the 11th. It is senior night tonight here for the Eagles of Heritage Christian. They come in at 14-10 on this season, but they've lost 3 out of their last 5. The Lapel Bulldogs, they're on a winning streak right now. They've won 6 of their last 7. They are now 16-8 on the season. Tonight's game brought to you in part by IUPUI School of Health and Human Sciences. Begin your journey today. Also by Bertner Electric, serving greater Indianapolis and the surrounding counties. The Morales Group, building better futures, one story at a time. Piper Logistics, from warehousing to transportation, we do it all. And by Reynolds Farm Equipment, serving our customers and the community since 1955. Well, as we mentioned, it is senior night for the Heritage Christian Eagles. They honored 4 seniors just a few moments ago, including Dorsey Morris, along with Macy Ward, Bella Winya, and Caitlin Cook. And we'll talk more about Heritage Christian coming up in a couple of moments. They will have their hands full against a Bulldogs team, as we mentioned, winning 6 of their last 7 games, including a 3-0 dominant sweep of Monroe Central. They won those 3 games 25-5, 25-9, and 25-15. And it's a team, unlike Heritage Christian, Lapel, no seniors on this team. They're very, very young, but very talented. And everything starts around really 4 players that they have that we'll watch for tonight, including number 13, Lauren Pasca. Pasca is a junior outside hitter and middle hitter. She averages 3.8 kills per set. She's a .220 percentage hitter, 61 aces, 13 blocks, and 179 digs coming into this season. Also watch tonight for number 12, Elizabeth Stern, a junior middle hitter, 23 blocks, averages 2.2 kills per set, and she leads the team in hitting percentage at .273. Marin Landis is a junior outside hitter and defensive specialist. Watch her tonight, 213 digs, an excellent defensive player, averages 3.2 digs per set, also has 55 aces and averaging 2 kills per set. And keep an eye as well on Sophie Jackley. She's a junior setter and defensive specialist, averaging 2.7 digs per set and has 190 digs on the season. Lapel, by the way, after their last match, they were extremely hot in the hitting department. They hit .406 against Monroe Central. And by the way, Monroe Central will be one of the teams they might face in the Wapahani sectional that'll be coming up beginning on October the 11th. We'll talk about that 2A sectional when we get an opportunity in a few moments. A couple of the notes on that win against Monroe Central. They had 35 kills, and they served at 92%, had only 6 service errors, and also 20 aces in that game. And here's the other part about that game that they really played well. They had 0 ball handling errors and 1 receiving error in that win. So that was a dominating effort against Monroe Central, and they won it by a final of 3-0. We're going to talk more about Heritage Christian coming up as well. As mentioned, it's senior night tonight, but they're hoping to get back on the winning side of things. They're coming off that loss against Noblesville, and they only hit 112% in that matchup. They've got to do much better tonight. They had 13 service aces in that game. That's only 79% serving percentage, so they know that's something they've got to do better tonight, but they've lost 3 out of the last 5. When you talk about the Eagles of Heritage Christian, it really comes down to Bella Winya. Bella's a senior. She's a middle hitter. She does just about everything. They've got other components to this team, and we'll talk about them as we go throughout the night. But Winya averaging 2.4 kills per set. She has 156 kills on the year, including 72 blocks. She will be counting a lot on her teammates, including Olivia Endress. Endress is a defensive specialist. She'll be a libero and also an outside hitter, and she'll be one to watch as well. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back as we continue right here on IndianaSRN.
From warehousing to transportation and everything in between, Piper Logistics does it all. Centrally located, Piper Logistics has 2 warehouses in Indianapolis and a warehouse in Cincinnati, Ohio. Piper Logistics houses over 1 million square feet. Along with our transportation department, we can provide service to half the United States markets.
We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, IndianaSRN. Hit the bell to get notifications for upcoming games and more. Watch as many games as you want, as many times as you want.
You want a career that creates experiences that are impossible to forget. By studying sports and events at IUPUI, you'll get hands-on experience in and out of the classroom. And with Indy as your classroom, there are high-profile events, sports franchises, hotels, museums, and large organizations across the city to engage, educate, and enlighten your student journey before you graduate. There isn't a better city than Indianapolis to get the experience you need to prepare you to handle any event, big or small. It all starts here.
This is the Frells family's land. When the sun comes out, the kids run and play right there. This used to be a shed. Now, it's where they get breakfast. This is more than just land. It's home. The Frells family runs with us on a John Deere 1 Series tractor. His land isn't the only thing that should live on for generations. Nothing runs like a deer. Search John Deere 1 Series for more.
Visit Reynolds Farm Equipment, your hometown John Deere dealer today at reynoldsfarmequipment.com.
At Morales Group Staffing, we are all about building better futures. And during these times, we are working hard to put people to work. We are now hiring for hundreds of jobs with pay up to $17 an hour. Visit our website at moralesgroup.net or text JOBS, JOBS, to 317-472-7600 to apply now and get hired today.
We encourage you to follow us on Twitter at IndianaSRN. Find upcoming games, video highlights, and much more. Follow us now at IndianaSRN.
National anthem played, or actually sung, here at Heritage Christian on senior night. Good crowd here tonight to watch the Heritage Christian Eagles and the seniors playing their final game. And unless they add a game, I saw their schedule earlier, this is their last game of the season. This will be their 25th matchup. Lapel still has a couple of matches to go. They're going to be on the road at Knightstown coming up on October 3rd, and then they'll take on Park Tudor on October the 4th, and sectional tournament begins on October the 11th. As you see the Bulldogs being introduced here tonight, we got done moments ago talking about Bella Winya, one of the leaders on this team for Heritage Christian. But keep an eye as well on Olivia Andrus. Olivia has had a great year, averaging 1.7 kills per set. Her hitting percentage is one of the best in the state at .353, has 25 blocks and 104 digs coming to this one here this evening. We've also talked a lot this year in the games we've had of Heritage Christian of Hannah Cook. 47 service aces and 485 assists. She's had a very solid year. Senior Macy Ward is another player to watch tonight. 2.3 kills per set. She has 157 kills, and her hit percentage is at .253. And we don't want to leave out another player that's played well this year, and that's Caitlin Vadoni. Vadoni's just a sophomore, the outside hitter, a .244 hit percentage, 34 blocks, and she has 46 service aces coming in. And you see the video they've put together that they play right before each and every game, which is really a nice addition to the pregame festivities here for Heritage Christian. When we get an opportunity to, as you see the student section alive and well here tonight, as we mentioned, with it being senior night, we will get an opportunity to talk about what each team sectional looks like. And there's no doubt about it, Lapel is probably in the tougher of the two sectionals in 2A, but Heritage Christian will have their work cut out for them in their 3A sectional as well. By the way, Lapel will have to play at Wapahani to win that sectional, and for Heritage Christian, they will have to play at Guerin Catholic. But we'll check out those numbers and those rankings coming out a little bit later here in the broadcast when we get an opportunity. The latest IndianaSRN poll's been updated going into this one here tonight. Overall, the top 10 teams are Hamilton Southeastern. They've been pretty much number one all year long, followed by Yorktown and McCutcheon, along with Brebeuf, Providence, Fort Wayne Carroll, then Brownsburg, Fishers, Floyd Central, and Carmel are your top 10 teams. And then if we get an opportunity, we'll break down the 4 classes as well. Neither of these 2 teams are in the top 5 in either 3A or 2A, but it doesn't mean that they can't do some damage coming up in that tournament. You get a look at the Eagles as they get ready for this matchup here tonight. When it's senior night, it's an emotional night. You know that it's the final time that you're going to play on your home court. I know a lot of senior nights are now played earlier in the year, but Heritage plays theirs here tonight, and they would love to come out of this with a win. Heritage will be on the left. They'll be in the black uniforms, and for Lapel, they'll be in the white and on the right. And we're just moments away from getting this matchup underway. What is hard to believe is that we're already thinking about sectional play. Volleyball, this season goes very quick. They start in August. They have a full month in September. And then by the time we get to October, we are ready to fly and get things going in tournament play. And before you know it, the tournament will be here, and we will be well underway with that as the season begins to wind down. The 2 officials getting ready as they now set the lineups here and make sure everybody's in the proper place to get this one underway here tonight. Heritage Christian, as we mentioned, they've lost 3 out of their last 5. When we have seen them this year, they've been just solid, including that big-time sweep over Park Tudor. They were just very impressive, and Bella Winya had just an absolute monster night. In fact, you can go down the line. They got a contribution from just about everybody, including Hannah Cook and Caitlin Cook, you name it. Players stepped up and played well that night. And Lapel, they've won 6 out of their last 7, so they might be playing right at this stage the best volleyball they played all season long. So it will be the Bulldogs serving, and we are underway, and immediately a service error for Lapel. We just talked about that in the pregame a little bit ago, that their serve percentage against Monroe Central was at 92%. So we'll go side out. Carly Minitel, the junior libero, now will serve for the Eagles. And by the way, Heritage Christian is solid at home, so Lapel's going to have to play well here tonight. So we are underway. To the outside, the quick push from the attack line, the set and the strike, nothing there. Back the other way to the outside, and that's going to go outside. The antenna point will go to Lapel as Caitlin Cook unable to get the point there, and we'll go side out Bulldogs. Boy, we've seen so many games this year. We're getting a good run. If you can get about 5, 6, 7 in a row, momentum can switch quickly. It's to the outside again. The quick push there by Cook. Play at the net. Back set right. And deep hit off the right swing of Olivia Endres. We talked about her hitting percentage at .353, and she gets the kill there. And Heritage leads it 2-1. You'll see Stella Childs come out of the lineup for the first time tonight. Take another look at it. Nice play, and that was Tatum Harper, the libero, unable to handle it there for Lapel. And the return free ball now for Heritage Christian. Back set to the right. Big strike again by Endres. And another free ball here for Heritage. The joust at the net and the return. Bulldogs back to the outside, down the line, and it was touched up front by Endres, and the point will go to Lapel. Into the lineup will be Lauren Pasca, number 13, the middle hitter and a junior. And side out now for the Bulldogs. And that'll be another service error. That's number 2 now on Lapel. And Heritage +1. Here's Endres. Endres is a player that can play just about any position for this Heritage Christian team. She's a defensive specialist. She can be a libero. And we've got a service error the other way. That'll be the first one on Heritage, fresh off their 13 service errors in the loss on the road at Noblesville. Here's Pasca. Pasca, an all-around good player for Lapel. Heritage just inside the attack line. Over the top there by Caitlin Cook. And the return again, Cook to the outside. Cook gets the kill, and Heritage now leads it 4-3. Caitlin Cook, so good on that left side. And now she'll be back to serve for the Eagles. Minitel coming out of the lineup now for Heritage Christian. So be a free ball on the return by Landis to the outside, and that's going to be blocked. And it might have gone outside the antenna. It did, as Macy Ward on the outside, unable to deliver there. And the point will go to Lapel, and we're tied at 4 apiece. One thing you don't want to do is you take another look at it. Good double block on that right side. We've had some games recently. We talk about that first contact hit and how important that is. Keep it in play. Outside again, and that is right in the middle there for Macy Ward again. And Ward gets another kill. And Morris will come in. Look at the height she gets on that as she gets on top of the ball, and a good strike. As we will get a look here at Morris now serving. And that's a short serve to the outside for Lapel. Nothing there. Good rotation from behind the attack line. Big time strike by Endress, and defended well there by the Bulldogs. 5-4 Heritage. Little push and right down the line, and the point there for Macy Ward. Everybody was back on their heels anticipating a big hit by Ward, and that time she fooled them all and went soft touch. Take another look at it right there. That's a good read down the line. Nice effort by Sophie Jackley. And that'll be the second service error now on the Eagles. Coming into the lineup will be Taylor Mraz. 18 blocks on the season. Good look there at Mraz wearing number 5. Side out Bulldogs -1, and that's going to be number 3. They only had 6 the entire night against Monroe Central, and they're halfway there against the Eagles here tonight. So side out Heritage Christian. Each team has played pretty well early, other than the serves at the beginning of this one. Joust at the net, eventually returned here to Heritage. To the outside, there she is again, went deep in the middle, and Macy Ward is off to a great start. I think Harper might have taken that one in the face on that strike. And how about Ward? She is playing extremely well here this evening. Take another look at it. That really handcuffed Harper on that back row, and there's number 3 now on the Eagles. Bulldogs will make a change as you see Ella Cobley come in, a sophomore defensive specialist, and she will be serving now for Lapel, -2 here in the first set. Right now it's the Macy Ward show. We talked a lot about Bella Winya, as that time it'll be on the right side for Ward, just inside the attack line, and the point from the outside by Lauren Pasca. So now it's down to 1 here in the opening set. Pasca, 220 hitter, and, well, that just handcuffed Stella Childs on that back row in the left corner. Went deep middle to the outside on the run. Cross-court attack, not this time for Endress, and we're tied at 8. We have done some games earlier this week where the mistakes, it started to add up a little bit for both teams, and that's going to be long, and good judgment there by Carly Minitel to let that one go. And so Heritage again leads it by 1. Bulldogs bring Jackley back in. Side out here for Minitel, and an overpass, nothing there, and a mistake made by Lapel, and Heritage leads it by 2. Got to get that first hit down. And that's really the first time we have seen tonight where Lapel was unable to do so. Nice dig. And the return. Heritage on the offensive side. Back to the outside, and there is Caitlin Cook again. And you can kind of tell right now the way this crowd's into it here tonight that they are playing a lot of momentum. Take another look at it right here. A great set by Cook. It was the Cook show on that one. So a 3-point lead. And this will be served again, but outside, and a fourth service error now by the Eagles. And you know that's something they're going to have to clean up before they get to tournament time. So side out Bulldogs -2 in the opening set. Eagles back set right, and that attack is going to be too long off the swing by Vidoni. And now it's a 1-point game. Oh, they're going to actually say that was in, so how about that? So take that back. 12-9. Looked like the floor official had called that one long, but the Eagles going to take it. Vidoni on the serve, and we can guarantee that one is long. So that's going to be number 5 now on the Eagles. Neither team has gotten a good, strong run here in this opening set. That's why we're staying close at 12-10. To the middle, and that's going to hit the official. And we can guarantee where she is standing, it is out. So 12-11, side out Bulldogs. Another good serve. Play at the net. Eventually, it'll be Lapel on the offensive. And they'll give it back, free ball right here. When you get a free chance, got to take advantage of it. And it's going to be long off the hit of Andrus. Some of the crowd thought it was in, but the official, unless I'm wrong, this one side official is she's calling it out. And so inside the attack line, Carpenter has entered the lineup. Miley Carpenter outside, swing and a miss by Caitlin Cook. A little bit missed time on the jump. So the point will go back to Lapel. Side out now for Pasca. Good serve by Pasca. Quick push up front by Hannah Cook. Cook again will set to the outside, down the line, and now we wait. Was it in or out? It was Caitlin Cook, and it was Cook just missing it to the outside. And Cook just missing it to the outside. And we're tied at 13. Side out Bulldogs, chance to take the lead in the opening set. Cook again, 2 steps inside the attack line, nothing. Here's a free chance again from outside, and it is long again on this one. Andrus a little bit too much on it, and Lapel leads it by 1. Back to a 1-point lead. To the outside, here's Cook. Double hit on the defense. Nice job up front there by Lapel. And the quick return by Landis. Short set. And looked like they weren't quite ready for that one as it'll be returned. Quick release on the left hand by Hannah Cook, and Cook will get the point. Smart play by Cook. We have seen her do that in past matchups as she continues to play well at the net. So side out. The serve by Caitlin Cook. And the point will go to Lapel. Nice play at the net. That was Elizabeth Stern. Stern is a junior middle hitter. A .273 percentage hitter. Side out here for Jackley. And Lapel leads it by 1. Middle back on the serve to the outside. And the point will go to Macy Ward. Boy, the Right now the Eagles are just living off that left side. And they've got some big hits there. We just talked about Ward, and Caitlin Cook has had a nice night working over on that side as well. So side out for Morris. Tied at 15. Short serve. Chance here to the outside. Nice swing. Boy, you can see the spin on the ball that time. And over the top again for Ward, and that one just inside the line. It was Macy Ward on the return, and Heritage leads it now by 1. Both teams playing well. We talked about it earlier, the mistakes that were made on the serve, but boy, when you overpass like that and put it right back at the net, it'll cost you. And that's what the Bulldogs did there. Here's a free chance again. Set behind the attack line, went short into the net, and the point by Olivia Endress. Endress had good topspin on that one, played it well, and Heritage now leads it by 2. Take another look at it. Got just enough of it. She saw the defender behind the attack line, as that'll be number 6 now on the Heritage Christian Eagles here tonight. Side out Bulldogs. And into the lineup will be Taylor Mraz. Neither team able to get much breathing room here in the first set. Short set, nobody there to get it, and that'll be 4 hits. As I think Vidoni thought there was going to be a set a little bit higher, it went short. And here's Elizabeth Stern will try to give Lapel the lead here in the first set. To the outside. Middle back there for Ward. And on the return, does it go in? Nope, they're going to say it did not. It was outside the antenna. And the point will go back to Heritage. That was a good call that time. It looked like for Lapel, they thought it made it in. The players for Heritage had a really good look at it. As you see, Hannah Cook on the serve. And a nice ace there. She went after Jackley in that middle back row. And Heritage now leads it by 2. We've got a timeout on the floor. Welcome back to Heritage Christian 1917. Eagles lead it by 2, side out. Once again on the serve will be Hannah Cook, and Cook has another ace. This is where you really can make the difference when you get a server like Hannah Cook, and that was an excellent serve. Watch it again. That one just barely clearing the net. It had Jackley backing up toward the end line. Cook will go at Jackley again. Back set right, cross-court attack. Kept alive there by Hannah Cook, and here's a free ball again for the Bulldogs to the outside. Nice play there by Minitel to keep it alive, and did it go in? And it will. They're going to say it is in. Both teams looking at the official, but Lapel will get the point. As Ella Cobley will come in and serve now for the Bulldogs, trailing it by 2. Everybody was looking at the head official and eventually got the ruling. So a break there for the Bulldogs. And now we have a whistle that stops play. They will not allow the serve there. I don't think they got the go-ahead whistle. As you see the discussion with the head coach for the Bulldogs. The floor official was actually over at the scorer's table when the serve happened. And I'm not sure that the head official saw him over there. But we're going to do a mulligan. We're going to do it again. So nothing heard here other than the Bulldogs were hoping maybe to get the point and make this a one-point game here in the opening set. But we're going to try it again. And that's going to be wide, and the fourth service error on the Bulldogs here in this opening set. Back to serve will be Carly Minitel. And they're only 4 away from opening up with a win against the Bulldogs. Minitel will work off that left corner. They have served much better of late. Nearly an overpass there, back set to the right. And the tip, nothing there for Andrus. She tried to go soft with both hands and was unable to get it across the net. So the point will go back to Lapel. Side out Bulldogs as they'll make a change, and we'll see Miley Carpenter come back in, the junior outside hitter and defensive specialist. See how the Eagles will play this. There's another overpass, 2 in a row, and then the play at the net, and Taylor Mraz able to get the point there for the Bulldogs. That is now 2 straight overpasses by Heritage Christian, and it cost them the 2 points. We're down to 1. To the outside, and the kill this time by Caitlin Cook. That is really where they've got most of their points. You had Macy Ward outside left. You have Caitlin Cook outside left. And you see it again. Had great spin on it right in the middle. Nobody there for Lapel. Side out, Vidoni. Overpass, and it cost him again. This time at the net, it was Caitlin Cook. And the overpass cost the Lapel Bulldogs there, and we got a timeout on the floor. Heritage leads it by 3.
We encourage you to follow us on Twitter at IndianaSRN. Find upcoming games, video highlights, and much more. Follow us now at IndianaSRN.
You get a look at the Eagles student section out in force on this senior night, and they're seeing a good performance tonight by Heritage Christian. We get an opportunity, I promise you, we're going to talk about the 2 sectionals these teams will be in. And another good serve. And the tap just over the net. And a free ball, I'm sure, right here, and it will be for the Eagles. See if they make Lapel pay for that one. Back set, little tap, and open up on the right side, Olivia Andrus again. Well, a lot of times you see a short serve, and that can be very tricky. And then look at this. There's nobody there because they were all anticipating the hit by Andrus, and she went soft. Vidoni with another nice serve. Just inside the attack line. Big-time hit up front. And we've got a free ball here for Lapel. Do they go to the outside? Nope, they go middle. And will they keep it alive? One more great play and the hustle by Minitel. To the outside, the sweep with the right hand. Again, Hannah Cook is there, and another free ball for Lapel. Short set middle. Kept alive. Nice job again by Vidoni. Back set from the attack line. Good rotation there to the outside. Kept alive off the double block. This time to the right side. What a great rally in the point by Olivia Andrus. And Heritage I would call it the rally, and here's another look at it. From the outside, there's the double block. And then the set to the right to Endress to finish it off. And Heritage wins the first set 25-20.
High school football fans, welcome back to Friday nights, to pure spirits, to pure sports. Welcome back to high school football.
Fans, I'm IHSAA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and I just want to say, welcome back!
This is Friday night. This is Indiana high school football. This is your IHSAA.
Becoming a licensed sports official is a great way to make a positive difference in the community and support the over 160,000 Indiana student athletes that participate across 22 IHSAA sports. Sports officiating allows you to stay connected to the game, become a role model for our young student athletes, earn extra money, and support the patrons and communities of our IHSAA member schools. To learn more about becoming a licensed IHSAA official, log on to ihsaa.org/officials today.
Hi, I'm Matt Wolford, president of the IHSAA Foundation, and we need your help. We need your help so the youth of our community can develop advanced leadership skills. We need your help giving high school administrators and coaches the instruction and insight they need to be better role models and teachers. To learn more or to make a tax-deductible contribution, go to ihsaafoundation.org. You'll not only be contributing to the foundation of the IHSAA, you'll be contributing to the foundation of our community.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 160,000 participants here in Indiana who take part in high school sports.
Tonight's game brought to you in part by Serenity Home Care. Serenity Care Services is an Indiana licensed personal agency and Medicaid waiver service provider in central Indiana. They're friendly, competent, and an experienced team of caregivers you have been seeking. Contact them today at serenitycareservices.net. Well, Heritage wins that first set 25-20, had a great finish. And they had several players come up big, including Caitlin Vidoni, who defensively kept a couple of those rallies alive. As you see, both teams ready to go here for set number 2. Now, Heritage Christian will play in the 3A sectional at Guerin Catholic. They have Guerin, along with Chittard, Indianapolis Heron, Shortridge, Hamilton Heights, and, of course, the host team, Guerin Catholic. And the favorite, if you look at the latest power poll and ratings, they say Chittard's going to win that sectional. And for Heritage, they're right there along with Guerin as the next two favorites. And we'll talk a little bit about Lapel as well here in just a moment. They'll be in the 2A sectional, and that's a really, really tough one at Wapahani. Vidoni on the serve, and that's going to be in, and an ace to lead things off for the Eagles here in the second set. 6 service errors tonight for the Eagles, and 4, as you see, that one right on the line. There really wasn't much that Jackley could do in that middle back. Good serve again by Vidoni. See how the Eagles play this one back to the outside. Big strike there by Caitlin Cook. It is kept alive, and the short return, unable to get it across, is Jackley, and the point again will go to the Eagles. So side out again by Vidoni with an early 2-0 lead. To the outside, Lapel. Nothing on the attack there. To the outside. The set was a little bit behind Caitlin Cook, but she adjusted well before she left the floor. And Cook able to get the point, and a good start here for the Eagles on this senior night. Watch her adjust just a little bit back and to her right, and she played it well. Joust at the net. Nice way to come up there and make the play by Minitel to the outside, and that's going to be long off the strike, and the point will go to Heritage, and it's early, 4-0. By the way, Lapel will be at Wapahani for their sectional, and they're in there with Wapahani, the number 2 team in the class, along with Muncie Burris at number 8. Lapel is ranked number 26, and there is an attack error by Lapel, and they're down 5-0. So really the 2 favorites will be Wapahani and Muncie Burris. And then after that, you have Lapel, Winchester, and Alexandria Monroe. They're all pretty close. And there's the service error number 7 now on the Eagles. Landis will come out. And into the lineup will be Cobley now for Lapel. Alexandria Monroe, as we mentioned, they're within 9 points of Lapel and just 7 away from Winchester. Monroe Central, they're ranked number 82. Short set, quick sweep with the right hand of the point. Good. So 6-1 Heritage. Take another look at it right here. You got to love that short set. And I'll tell you what, Heritage might do that better than anybody else that we have seen this year. They took Park Tudor apart with that. That's going to be inside the line, and the kill. That looked like Marin Landis on the outside. Side out Bulldogs -4. So Lapel, they're really going to have to play well to win their sectional at Wapahani with those 2 teams in that sectional. And that's going to be blocked but out of play. And Caitlin Cook off that left side again. And you know what the adage is, until they stop you, just keep going there. Now Cook will serve, and a lot of times we'll see Macy Ward take over that left corner. Short serve, back set on the slide to the right, cross-court attack, their return. To the outside left. I believe it was Cook who got a finger on that one up front, but that time too much on it. It goes long, and the point will go back to Lapel. We'll see Elizabeth Stern come in. Stern is a junior middle hitter. And side out now, Bulldogs down by 4 here in the second set. Quick sweep, try to catch him again as Hannah Cook, very tricky up front on that front row. Little tap, joust at the net. And Lapel misplays it, and the point will go to Heritage Christian. Tatum Harper, the sophomore, just misplayed that one. And we will see Morris come in again for Heritage Christian. And Morris will serve. Side out for the Eagles. And that will be number 8 now on Heritage. They're coming off a 13 service error performance in their loss to Noblesville. Stella Childs is back in now for Heritage. Side out Bulldogs -4 here in the second set. With the left hand again, there she is, Hannah Cook. Cook has caught them off guard a couple of times here tonight. Take a look at this. Everybody's back. Watch how they step back. They're behind the attack line, but she's able to slip that one in for another point. And we've got a timeout on the floor. Heritage leads it by 5.
Good sportsmanship teaches character, leadership, and respect.
Team sports help our children build self-esteem, make friendships, and learn the benefits of teamwork.
Be proud in the role you play in coaching our children and how to respect the game and their peers.
The lawyers at Anderson, Agostino, and Keller remind you that your children learn about sportsmanship not just from coaches,
but also from the parents and spectators.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
Following the timeout, 9-4, Heritage with the lead from behind the attack line. That was number 9, Landis, and then back the other way from the outside left, and the point again for Heritage, and they've opened it up by 6. Looked like it was Macy Ward this time on the outside left. So Hannah Cook has things going here for the Eagles on senior night. Talking about them playing with a lot of emotion. You can kind of tell that they don't want to lose this one. That's going to be wide, and that's number 9. One thing I can tell you, that will cost you in the tournament at some point. You can't make those mistakes, and there you go. We got are those called fat heads now, or is that what they call those? Yeah, they must be of the players when they were babies. That one on tape that time and unable to make the play at the net was Endress. Point Lapel. Side out Jackley. They need to have more than one person or 2 people hold those. There's like 5 of them up there. And the point for the Bulldogs. They'll get another ace there, so nice serve by Sophie Jackley. There you see Jackley. This is a team, Lapel, no seniors. A little miscommunication on that back row. That's Minitel. Back set right, cross-court attack. Nice dig there, kept alive. And then back to Heritage to the outside, Ward. Someone up front got a hand on it. Here's a free ball now for the Eagles. And that's going to be a home run ball there by Endress. A little bit too much. And all of a sudden the lead is down to 2. So right now Sophie Jackley, the junior, doing the job for the Bulldogs. This is a team that if they keep everything together next year, they will be really strong, as they will then have some seniors on their team. Misplayed there by the Eagles. And it's down to 1. And you see how this game is a game of momentum. And now things have swung back to Lapel. No lead was really safe until the very end of that first set. Endress able to keep it alive. And then a miss hit there by Vidoni. And all of a sudden, what was a nice lead by Heritage, and they got up to a great start. We're tied at 10. So Jackley, the rally now for Lapel. Another good serve. Heritage needs a stop right here. To the outside, and they'll get it. It'll be Macy Ward switching sides. She went from left to right, and they found the hot hand there. As you see, Caitlin Cook will be back in. Side out now for Carly Minitel. Take a look at this one. She had a lot on that one. That's a lot of power. Here's Minitel. Short set. Played there well by Hannah Cook to the outside from the attack line. To the right hand is Caitlin Cook. Back the other way off the swing by Landis. And then a return. Outside again, down the line. Nothing there for Caitlin Cook. Play at the net. They found the open corner and the point. Smart play there by Elizabeth Stern on that front row. Tatum Harper is back in. That was just a nice play by Stern to keep it alive. And that's going to be a net violation, I do believe, against Hannah Cook, and it is. She just kind of lost her balance off that set. And how about Lapel, the Bulldogs, coming back to take a 1-point lead. Right now, this Heritage Christian team not playing the way they did early on in the set and late in the first set, and a nice sweep with the right hand. And Lapel is on fire right now. And we've got a timeout by Heritage Christian. Lapel leads it by 2.
From warehousing to transportation and everything in between, Piper Logistics does it all. Centrally located, Piper Logistics has 2 warehouses in Indianapolis and a warehouse in Cincinnati, Ohio. Piper Logistics houses over 1 million square feet. Along with our transportation department, we can provide service to half the United States markets.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
Boy, things changed quickly as the Lapel Bulldogs have now taken a 2-point lead. Heritage Christian got off to a fast start, but now find themselves behind by 2. And Lapel serving once again. That's going to be long. Smart play that time by Stella Childs to let it go. That'll be the 5th service error by Lapel. And now can Heritage get things rolling again right here? Looks like this will be Caitlin Cook serving. I'm going to take that back. That's going to be Vidoni instead. And Vidoni gets things going. That's another ace. And we're tied at 13. This second set, other than the big lead by Heritage, beginning to look a little bit like the first set. And then Heritage took off late in the set to win it. Nice double block up front. They went up against Stern and got her again. Stern can't find an opening against that double block. Nice play, Minitel on the back row. Set to the outside. Little push cross court. Nothing there for Caitlin Cook. Minitel diving and unable to keep it alive was Caitlin Cook. The point will go to Lapel. Had a good rally going each way, as you'll see Cobley come back in now for Lapel. And the Bulldogs lead it by 1. Serving has gotten a little bit better here in the second set. Short set, middle. Back to the outside for the Bulldogs, and nice job, but unable to keep it alive was Andrus, but a great play by Minitel as she went down to the floor and able to get that one in the air. Boy, just a little bit off the mark there for Andrus. +2 now for Lapel, and that's going to be number 6. So that will now tie the amount of service errors they had in the entire match in that sweep over Monroe Central. Heritage has 9, and they're only 4 away from matching the 13. They only served 79% in that loss at Noblesville, and that's going to be in for the ace. Tied at 15. Take another look at it right here. Just a knuckleball, and that one falls in. That's a tough call, but you almost have to get back on that back line and put your foot there and then kind of determine it from there. But that time it's going to be deep. That'll be number 10. So side out Bulldogs. +1 here in the second set. Got to get this one. You don't want to go down 2-0 to Heritage Christian at home. Deep middle to the outside on the set, and the double block up front, but it goes outside the antenna, and the point there for Caitlin Cook. And we're going to go down to the wire, it appears, in this one. 2 teams evenly matched, though. Lapel has won 6 of their last 7. Quick push, nobody there. Smart play up front for the Bulldogs. Take another look at it right here. That's just smart volleyball for the Bulldogs. That's going to be long. That's number 7 now on Lapel. Going to see Elizabeth Stern up front along with Miley Carpenter. Trying to pick out the other player there for Lapel. Tied at 17, short set to the outside and misplayed. Carpenter unable to get to it, and now Heritage leads it by 1. That first contact so important. You got to really be able to bump so you can get the set, and then you're hoping the spike from there. But that first set's big. Keeping it in play is Hannah Cook to the outside. Nice swing by Ward. And is it going to get over? Yes. Free ball now for Heritage. Outside. Double block there against Macy Ward. From behind the attack line. That's got too much English on it as Pasca unable to keep it in play. And Heritage now leads it by 2. And we have another timeout. Heritage 19, Lapel 17.
Needing to hire someone to take care of your loved one when you're away? Maybe your family member just needs someone to talk to when you're not around. Why not contact Indiana licensed Serenity Care Services? Call Angela, owner of Serenity Care Services, at 317-900-6202. Our team of trained and experienced personal care providers are licensed to serve seniors requiring companion care and light housekeeping services in Indianapolis and its 5 surrounding counties. Call us today at 317-900-6202. Now hiring qualified applicants.
See some of the youngsters here tonight on senior night, getting a chance to see the Eagles and the Bulldogs. Here in the second set, today's game brought to you in part by Tam's Sweet and Savory Cafe. Great atmosphere for breakfast or brunch. Are open Wednesday through Sunday, 8 until 2. Tammy and her staff waiting to serve you and your family biscuits, gravy, quiche, and the BLT. And there's another ace for the Heritage Christian Eagles, now leading it by 3. By the way, Tam's located at 6427 Oaklandon Road in Indianapolis, and there you see it again. That just stymied that back row there for the Bulldogs. Morris serving again. And another attack error by Lapel. A little runner there by Pasca. Thought maybe she was going to try to strike it just inside the attack line. But instead, Heritage will get the point. Side out again for Morris. And this thing has been a roller coaster ride. That's going to be that tricky short serve. And just a self-defense mode there by Andrus. And the point will go back to Lapel. Anytime you get a short serve, it can be really tricky. And a lot of teams like to short serve just to make it difficult on the opposing team. And is it kept alive? Great play there by Heritage. From the outside, and Landis didn't get a great jump on it, and Heritage gets the point. That's why they're saying thank you, Macy Ward, because she's the one that kept it alive. See her checking her right elbow. She may have lost some skin on that one. Side out, Eagles. Good look at Hannah Cook. Set to the middle. Nice job, and can they keep it alive? No. Great effort by Hannah Cook to start it, but then Lapel able to get the point. As you see Jackley coming back in to serve now for the Bulldogs, down by 3 here in the second set. They need another run like what they had here in about it was 7-1, and then they went on a run to take the lead as the momentum went their way. Great hustle there by the Eagles. Short set, cross court, too much on it, and the point will go to Heritage. That was a good set that time for the Bulldogs. Unfortunately, just too much on the cross-court attack. And Carly Minitel will now serve for Heritage, only 2 away now from taking a 2-0 lead. To the right side, not this time, and the point goes to Lapel. That was Elizabeth Stern who got the kill, and now she'll step back and serve. Tournament draw coming up October the 4th. Then everybody knows their direction. Free ball here. And a joust at the net. It's kept alive, and another free ball again for Heritage. Back set to the right, down the line, and the point good by Andrus. She saw the opening, and that takes great vision by Olivia Andrus just to see it. Take a look at this one. Get the 3 front players coming up like that. The back row stays back, and she placed it perfectly. Caitlin Vidoni again on the serve. We're at set point now for Heritage. To the outside. The set was off the mark. The return, short set middle, and play at the net, and it's kept alive, or did it? Nope, they're going to say it was a double hit against Lapel, and Heritage, after getting a big lead, losing the lead, they come back, take another look at that play just moments ago, and the point will go to the Eagles. They lead it 2-0.
You want a career that fuels your passion for sports and physical activity. IUPUI School of Health and Human Sciences offers that and more. You'll have insider access to sports, fitness, and exercise science professionals and learn from faculty with years of industry experience. And with Indy as your classroom, you'll study next to world-class sports facilities, Olympic governing bodies, the NCAA, and the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. There isn't a better city than Indianapolis to get the experience you need to launch your sports industry career. It all starts here.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
Hey, conductor, how about something new? You played this last year. Come on, get your head out of your sacks. Shh, we're trying to hear. Well, I'm sick and tired of hearing your kid play the wrong notes. Where's my kid's solo?
At least you can see your kid. Why is my kid stuck way in the back?
The conductor only plays his favorite.
My kid heard that solo!
You saying I did?
Yeah!
They say nice guys don't finish first. So maybe it's time to reconsider what it means to be first.
It's about being your best, but knowing you could be even better.
It's being present, but respectful of history.
You sure you want to make that move?
It's donating something more valuable than money.
It's believing in yourself and something bigger.
It's coming from different families, but treating each other like brothers.
It's not just being a man, it's being a Mason.
Tonight's game brought to you in part by Pat Cherry Insurance. Their staff will provide you over 40 years of trusted expertise and knowledge to help protect your assets. Visit them today so they can put a plan in place for you and your family. Give them a call at 317-894-7000. Pat Cherry Insurance, a proud sponsor of Indiana SRN Sports. Want to remind you as well that this broadcast is copyrighted by IndianaSRN and the Indiana High School Athletic Association for the private use of our audience. The use of pictures, videos, and audio without the express written permission of the IHSAA is prohibited. And don't forget, we do the NIL as well, so at any time you use my image or anything, my voice, whatever the case may be, I get paid for it. So that's right, the First Bank of Troy. which right now the deposit is empty, so there's zero in my account. You will see Tatum Harper come back in for the Bulldogs, and, well, you see identical 25-20 scores here, and see if Lapel can get off to a good start and hold on to it this time, as they had the big lead in the last set. And Heritage kept fighting and fighting and fighting, and eventually picked up the win. Good serve and back set to the right. The push by Macy Ward, who now goes back over to the left side, and they're going to go to Ward. Ward down the line, point good. There was a blocker there, but Ward loves that left side, and we'll see Caitlin Cook back in the lineup as well. Take another look at it. She was on the right, quickly shifted to the left. Lapel didn't respond in time, and so now it'll be Carly Minatel serving for the Eagles. To the outside, and that one just barely getting enough of it was Lauren Pasca. The set was a little bit to her left, and she got just a piece of it, and we're tied at 1 apiece. Side out Bulldogs. To the middle. Big time block up front. Nice job there by Taylor Mraz. And she got the block of Olivia Endress. And watch this, Endress got a lot on it too. That's just a great individual play for Lapel. And the Bulldogs lead at 2-1. Back to the outside. I'll tell you what. Caitlin Cook. And the power she put on that one, if they play like this in that sectional, they have every bit of a chance to win that thing, with Chittard and Hamilton Heights and Guerin being the 3 other teams that will give them some troubles. But I'll tell you what, they are playing well tonight. Vidoni again on the serve. Let's see what is in store now for the Eagles. They went deep again. Quick runner. Nice job on that back row by the Heritage Christian Eagles, and specifically Minatel. Here's a free ball. One thing we should mention that we haven't so far, as that'll be blocked out of bounds, is we have not seen Heritage have a service error over the last few serves. Now they've got 10, but so far they've done a much better job. Vidoni on the serve. And what do we have here? And it's going to be against Heritage. Looks like it was a net violation against Hannah Cook. Here's one thing I should mention. I do believe that Bella Winya is wearing number 5 tonight, not number 11. And there's a service error the other way. That'll be number 8. We did notice there's a number 5 on the floor for Heritage Christian, not on the roster, but we haven't called Bella Winya. She usually wears number 11, and I have a feeling that maybe she forgot her jersey. Probably did steal it, and they're getting... That's right. There's the return and the point for the Bulldogs. And we're tied at 4. I'm just going to take an educated guess on that one, that maybe Bella put it in the laundry today and it didn't come back dry, or it got ruined or something. But if it didn't, maybe it did get stolen. Nice play, but Endress unable to make the return. The ace there for Lapel, and they've now taken a 5-4 lead. Side out Bulldogs, that is number 9. So Lapel, though, served extremely well against Monroe Central. They are struggling here tonight in the serving department. Here is Caitlin Cook. This third set looking a lot like the first two. Let's see who's going to take command of this one. To the outside, Macy Ward, and there's Macy again. The Eagles have scored the majority of their points off that left side. You have Macy Ward over there. You've seen Caitlin Cook over there. And you see it again. She takes 2 steps inside that attack line and then just sends it down the line for the point. Outside the other way, and that's going to be in. Nice job by Landis to get the point for Lapel. Jackley back in to serve. You see it again there, and I tell you what, Pasca has played well tonight. Landis has played well. Landis, of course, one of the leaders in kills on the team. To the outside, cross court, too wide for Macy Ward. And Lapel gets the point, now leads at 7-6. At some point in the first 2 sets, we have seen Heritage take off and eventually play well down the stretch. From the attack line, quick push, and unable to keep it alive. Nice job there by Endress on the push. And gets the point, and we will see Morris come back in. And we're tied at 7 apiece. Morris hits the net. That's number 11. Side out, Bulldogs. Lapel had those instances in the first 2 sets where they have a stretch, and there's their second straight service error. That's number 10 now on the Bulldogs. But they've had those stretches where they just didn't play as well as they had hoped, as Hannah Cook will be back to serve, and it cost them the 2 sets. Back set, quick push with both hands. Back set to the near side, and that's going to be wide by Morris. And so Lapel now takes a 9-8 lead, so we continue to go back and forth. The young man who made the return of the volleyball must not know how to throw it, because once he threw it back in, it bounced and then went into that garbage can. I don't know if you saw that or not, but I'm like, he's the one with the funky-looking hat over there. I'll tell you what, to make it into the trash can the way he did, I've got to give him some credit for that. Here's a free ball now for Lapel to the outside. Nice double block up front. Take your pick, Vidoni or Endress. They were both there, and that double block gets them the point. We're tied at 9 apiece. Good job up front. Apparently that student doesn't have any homework tonight. Side out, Minitel. Big strike on the left. Nothing there for Pasca. Back to the outside, left the other way, and the point good. Caitlin Cook again. And this is about where Heritage starts to take off a little bit and put a little distance between themselves and the Bulldogs. Minitel. And that one is a on-tape serve and the ace. That's right. The Keith Myers special, where he used to, I don't believe him, but he used to tie a string on that antenna, and you had to serve it between the string and the tape. Another good serve, +2. Now for Heritage. That a way to keep it alive there for Childs. Lapel on the rotation to the outside. Push to the near side. To the floor is Hannah Cook to keep it alive. As we rally back and forth. Who will get the point here? Back set to the right. Soft touch again. Olivia Endress. Talk about vision. Endress has done that a couple of times tonight. Take another look at it as we go to the timeout here in the third set.
We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, IndianaSRN. Hit the bell to get notifications for upcoming games and more. Watch as many games as you want, as many times as you want.
Following the timeout, it'll be Carly Minitel on the serve, +3 now for Heritage. And now the floor official on her way to talk. Oh, nope, she is actually going back to her position. All right. Must have had a Diet Coke or something on this side. You got to stay focused. So a Coke will do that for you. I was going to say keep hydrated, but Nick reminds me that there's a service air number 12 that the Coke won't do it for you. It's got to be a Powerade or something like that. We believe in health. Water, yes, is the best. 12-10 Heritage. Boy, if Heritage can win this, that's an attack error the other way too long. If Heritage can win this, and again, the service errors are about even. You have 12 now for Heritage, 10 for Lapel. If you break even, that's okay, but if you end up making a ton more, to the outside, double block. Is it kept alive? Yes. Back the other way. Big time hit by Lauren Pasca. Heritage overpassed on that one, and it cost him. Take another look at it right here. Unable to get it was Vidoni, and all of a sudden the lead is gone following the timeout. To the left side, and this time it'll be Andrus. Andrus does a nice job. Able to get the point. Take another look at this one. So now Heritage side out +1. Vidoni on the serve. And Lapel, are they going to make it back over? Yes, it'll be a free ball now for Heritage. Play at the net. And just enough of it. Point will go to the Eagles. You know, Vidoni's done a nice job serving as well. And that was just tipped over the net. That's one of those, again, that just barely got a piece of it. Joust at the net, and what's going to be the call? I think they may have gotten a net violation against Heritage. And so Lapel gets the point, and it's back to 1. Elizabeth Stern back in now for Lapel. Side out Bulldogs. Short serve. I like to use the word tricky on that because it is difficult at times to handle. Boy, big time hit from the left by Lauren Pasca again. Pasca has a .220 hitting percentage, but tonight I have a feeling that's gone up. She got 2 good steps right there, and there was nothing that Carly Minitel could do. Tied at 14. This is about the time we have seen Heritage take off and get a lead. And just like that, it's right back. Thanks again to the left side, and that's Caitlin Cook. Side out, take another look at it. Got a great run at it, and that just is power. That was much like what we saw Pasca do there for Lapel. Andrus on the serve. How will the Bulldogs respond? The quick tip and the point. That was Stern that time. Just got enough of it to get it over the net. And Heritage back playing, anticipating something harder. Look at this. Yeah, you could see right there that Caitlin Cook was backing up. Free ball cross court and misplayed by the Eagles, and now Lapel takes a lead by 1. Trying to force it to 4. Side out Bulldogs. Short set middle. Good play at the net once again by Stern. Nice hit, and this time the point good by Vidoni just inside the attack line. Boy, Elizabeth Stern was right there for Lapel had a nice block. Now Heritage. Here you take a look at the replay on that last one. Back to live action here, tied at 16. At the net again, to the outside. Down the line, it was not touched. And the point will go to Lapel. Macy Ward off that left corner. Back in the lineup will be Jackley to serve now for Lapel. I think we lost some of our student section. They have since disappeared. But the faithful are still here, riding it out on senior night. To the outside, Ward went soft, and nice play. Nice dig to keep it alive from behind the attack line. On the swing, Endress. Back to the right side, and the point. That was Landis on the kill. It was not a great set, but good enough for Landis to make the adjustment. And Lapel now leads it by 2. A little miscommunication there, but sometimes it's better to be lucky than good, as Macy Ward able to adjust as well. And I'm not sure if that set was intended for her or not, but she's able to get it down. And Morris back in will serve for Heritage. Can they get a late run here and finish it out in 3? Don't want to give Lapel a chance to come back. We got a play at the net. Kept alive right there by Endress. To the outside, Macy Ward. And a joust at the net, won here by Vidoni. So that'll tie it at 18. Nice play by Vidoni. Take a look at this one. It's a good joust as you see the return. See, it's the overpass that cost him. Speaking of Lapel, you need to pull back on it a little bit. Another joust at the net. Lapel keeps it alive. Little runner there by Landis. Quick push. Another play at the net. Kept alive there by Jackley in the return. Good volley back and forth to the outside. Ward, double block, and it's unstoppable there, and Ward gets the point. Heritage now +1. Take a look at this one again. There's your double block, but boy, you got to keep those hands together and then force it back. That'll be another service error, number 13 now for Heritage Christian, and we're tied at 19. Coaches will always tell you when you go for that block, keep your hands as close together as you can. Because sometimes as hard as that ball is struck on the other side, you can get it through there when they're open. Free ball here. Lapel, short set, and unable to get it across, and Lapel makes a big mistake right there at the net. Looked like that might have been Harper. And now Heritage, the race to 5 begins right here with Hannah Cook. Cook has served well tonight. That's a tape job right there, able to get it across. Lapel back the other way. Minitel keeps it alive to the outside. And this is a miss. Rare miss by Macy Ward. And we're tied at 20. Side out, Bulldogs. Heritage trying to win their 15th match of the year, and that's a big service error the other way for Lapel. That's number 11. Caitlin Cook back in, and Minitel to serve now for Heritage Christian. They're only 4 away from the 3-0 sweep, and is it going to be kept alive? Yes. And then pushed to the sideline, still kept alive until it goes out of play. Great effort by Lapel to keep it alive. And as I said a little bit ago, sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. That was a smart play there by Endress, tried to find the opening, and then just too much on the near side. We've got a timeout on the floor. Heritage leads it by 2.
You want a career that will transform your life while you change the lives of others by helping them live well. With a health or exercise sciences degree from IUPUI School of Health and Human Sciences, you will gain an in-depth understanding of the healthcare industry while preparing you for a variety of graduate and professional programs in health. And with Indy as your classroom, you will have clinical options within leading hospitals right in our backyard, as well as a degree from Indiana University, reputable leaders in the healthcare industry. It all starts here.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
Heritage trying to wrap it up in 3 with a 2-point lead, now following the timeout. Bulldogs too long again, and we're seeing a carbon copy of what we saw in the first 2 sets here toward the end, where Heritage playing mistake-free volleyball and Lapel making some big mistakes. And now Minitel once again, and that's going to be a service error. That is number 14 now in Heritage Christian. So there's new life now for Lapel. Looks like Harper serving now for Lapel. Got a free play at the net, and it was won by Lapel. An overpass by Heritage cost him, and now it's down to 1. The timeouts haven't been kind to Heritage. You get a timeout, they come out, they don't play quite as well for whatever reason. And boy, nice play there by Childs. See what the Bulldogs will do with it right here. They went short and they tie it up at 23. Heritage was only 2 away from getting a win. Going to see it again right here. That's just a big-time opening. There's a lot of room right there. To the outside, that was Caitlin Cook. This will be a free ball now for Heritage. You got to take advantage of the free balls. Will they do it again right here? Soft touch there by Endress. Back once again, Heritage to the outside. And a big strike there by Caitlin Cook. Back the other way. Again, Cook to the outside, double block, and a whistle, and the point will go to Lapel. And they're going to call, I believe, a lift there on Heritage Christian. We've got another timeout. Lapel leads it by 1.
Becoming a licensed sports official is a great way to make a positive difference in the community and support the over 160,000 Indiana student athletes that participate across 22 IHSAA sports. Sports officiating allows you to stay connected to the game, become a role model for our young student athletes, earn extra money, and support the patrons and communities of our IHSAA member schools. To learn more about becoming a licensed IHSAA official, log on to ihsaa.org/officials today.
We encourage you to follow us on Twitter at IndianaSRN. Find upcoming games, video highlights, and much more. Follow us now at IndianaSRN.
We are at set point now for Lapel as they're going to try to force this to a 4th set. Short serve there to the outside. Big time hit, and it'll be Caitlin Cook. And guess what? We got some free volleyball right here. But if Heritage can get 2 straight, they will win. I'll tell you, that's a lot of power there for Cook. I'm not so sure that I don't feed her again if I can on that left corner. Vidoni with the serve and misplayed, and Heritage now has a chance here for match point. That's just one of those knuckleballs that's really hard to handle. So Vidoni again. Can she end it here? We're at match point. Bulldogs trying to stay alive. This will be a free ball. If they get it over, it hit the top of the tape, and it's kept alive. And this one is over. Just touched it. Would have been out, but Heritage is going to win it as they take the final set 26-24. How about this play at the end? Watch this again. That would have been out, but you almost have to play it because you want to keep the thing going. And unfortunately for the Lapel Bulldogs, they could not do so. With the loss, Lapel falls to 16-9 on the season. With the win, Heritage, they move now to 15-10. And on senior night, they are victorious. There you see the final scores, 25-20, 25-20, and 26-24. The tournament gets underway on October the 11th. Lapel still has 2 matchups left. They will be playing their final 2 games against Knightstown and Park Tudor on the 3rd and 4th, and then again, sectional play begins on the 11th. Let's take a look at some of the upcoming games in high school football coming up tomorrow night. Christian Brothers at Bishop Chatard. By the way, that is a 6 o'clock kickoff time. Also, Newcastle and Mount Vernon. That is our radio game of the week. That'll kick off at 7. We have Penn at South Bend St. Joseph. That's a 7 o'clock kickoff time. Evansville Rights at Evansville Memorial. That'll be an 8 o'clock start time. And then our final game coming up on Saturday, college football, the IHSAA Mount St. Joseph on the road at Manchester. Pregame will begin at 1:10. The kickoff is at 1:30. But Heritage Christian picks up the win here tonight, 25-20, 25-20, 26-24, and they win it 3-0. Want to thank everybody here tonight. Great job. Our entire staff doing a fantastic job giving us the sights and sounds of high school volleyball, and it's all been right here on Indiana SRN.